Good morning. Happy Vlogmas Day 11. I did miss yesterday. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to do a full day of eating, low carb. I am starting out with my Motivate Burn. I'm getting ready to do my 30-minute bike ride. This is the flavor of the month. I love the rainbow sherbet. Just going to go ahead and mix this up, and I'm going to go do my bike ride. Okay, bike ride is done. Okay, I just used the same cup. Add some water to my cup I used for my Motivate, and then I'm going to have my daily fiber. This also has collagen, probiotics, and electrolytes. I just buy this off of TikTok, or you can also get them at Walmart. This is the watermelon flavor. This is definitely one of my favorite flavors so far. The only flavor I have not liked, it's not undrinkable, but it's also a personal opinion, and that's the peach mango, because I'm just not a peach fan. But this watermelon is really good. So I don't have any kind of discount code. I do have a discount code for the Motivate, but for the Belly Well, I just buy it. So just mix that up, and I just drink this while I am getting ready for work. Alrighty, it is 6:45. I just need to get dressed and I'm ready to go. I am feeling a little hungry this morning, so I think I'm gonna make some eggs and take those with me to work. But first I'm gonna make my bed. If you are not a bed maker in the morning, I just feel like when I make my bed and then I'm kind of going about my morning getting ready, and every time I walk in my bedroom and I see the bed made, it just makes my entire bedroom feel like it's super clean. I mean, my bedroom's not bad. It's just a little cluttered sometimes, but even when it's a little cluttered, if your bed is made, I feel like it just makes the whole room look like it's clean no matter what. So if you're not a bed, that's the only reason why I make my bed. It's not really that big of a deal. Plus I also use my bed to fold my laundry and stuff, so that way if the bed is made and I have a little laundry to fold, I can just fold it up real quick. But yeah, so try it one day, just see how it makes you feel. But anyhow, so I'm gonna go make my bed, I'm gonna go make some eggs, and then get dressed and head off to work for another day. Here will be my breakfast today. So I have 2 eggs with just a little bit of the sharp shredded cheddar. We have 40 grams of avocado with some everything but the bagel seasoning, 2 slices of bacon. And for snacks today, I'm bringing a couple of Colby Jack cheese sticks, a chomp stick, and then the Core Power chocolate shake. Okay, let's find number 11, which is right here. We have a passion berry jolt. So it's a raspberry passion fruit tea. So this has caffeine. So I'm going to go ahead and take this with me to work, and then I can have it later on this afternoon. To make some coffee. So I think I'm just going to use plain half and half today. I'm going to do some of the salted caramel skinny syrup, and then we're going to do some of the white chocolate mocha. And I'll get it over here. And of course, we're going to do our little holiday blend that I ordered from Target, since I didn't think they sold it in my area, but now I've heard that they do have it at my Kroger store. Oh my gosh, I need to clean my thing out. So, our little coffee. That is the best sound in the morning, right? It is the best sound. I'm just going to add in 2 tablespoons of half and half. Stir it up. And there we go. Okay, so it is 7:16, so I have to get off to work, but I wanted to give you a little update. Oh, first up, we are wearing the I'm a Grinch Before Coffee sweatshirt and my vest, because I know it's going to be freezing cold in my office. I just wanted to give you a little update on the scale. So we're about 11 days in. Today is day 11, so it's actually I completed 10 full days on this new plan my dietitian put me on. She did kind of suggest don't step on the scale every single day. She said, you know, she kind of prefers her new clients to only get on the scale every couple of weeks or like every 10 days, but not to have like a set day, not to say like every Friday, every Wednesday. You know, she said your body fluctuates. Just if you feel like this is a day you want to step on the scale, step on the scale. But she's not really it's not as much the weight that she's looking at. It's just balancing out these blood sugars and that kind of thing. So today is, like I said, day 11. So I've completed 10 days on low carb. And I can tell you that every single day I have not been 100% like on my 100 carbs or less. I mean, there has been days I've gone over, maybe actually only probably one day, because it's been actually pretty mellow last 10 days. Nothing has come up. We haven't gone out to dinner. Yeah, so actually it has been pretty mellow, pretty easy to kind of follow. I think it helps. Now, when I say easy, this may not be easy for everybody. It's easy for me because you guys know I have dabbled in with low carb for a very long time. Like way before YouTube, way before like I was even like on like a health journey to health. It was more like, okay, I want to lose weight. And this was like 10 plus years ago. I did like Atkins, right when Atkins was super, super popular. And I did Atkins for a while. Now, there was not all the different products out there that there was. I've done, you know, so I've done that. Then you guys may remember I did almost 2 full years of keto. Prior to doing 2 years of keto, I kind of did low carb to ease myself into keto. And then I've done low carb off and on over, you know, these last years that I've been on YouTube. So for me, doing low carb is not really that difficult, and it's not a hard adjustment for me because I have dabbled in it. But I have been really consistent, probably more consistent in these last 10 days than I have since I was doing keto. I will never go back to keto. I had a lot of people ask me why I quit it, and I felt the worst that I ever felt in my life when I was on keto. I felt great in the first part of it, but then towards the end of it, I was just feeling like my body was not good for my body. I think it's good for some people. I know people personally who thrive on it and who are the best in their life. Their skin is great. They do fabulous on it. So I really do think it has to do with a person's body and genetics and their makeup and maybe just what they can handle. But for me, it just physically, I did not feel good on it. But I have always felt good on low carb. So I don't know why I never really stuck to it. I guess maybe having somebody tell me and having test results and stuff and having somebody tell me, yes, this could help your blood sugars. This could help now that you're in perimenopause. This is something your body is doing, and now this can help that. So I think like having that kind of diagnosis kind of helps me think, okay, you know what? This is a way of eating that you have enjoyed in the past and a way of eating that has been successful for you in the past. And so now let's do it. So it's kind of solidified that. I also feel like low carb is a little bit more manageable for me for sustainability, where keto I knew was not, because there was just too many things to focus on for me personally. Again, I do not demonize anything that anybody's doing. If you do it, that's great. I know I have a lot of people that watch me that do keto, and I think that's fabulous, because obviously if you're still watching me from when I did it back from 2019 to 2021, then that means you're still doing it, and that's great. I think that's great. Then that means you found something. I think we all need to find something that works for us. Some of that is Weight Watchers, some people low carb, some people just counting your calories, some people keto. I think it should be a personal choice, and I hate it that there's people that put other people down for their choices that they make. And that was another reason why keto, I think, if, putting it out here on the internet, it was just, there's a lot of bullies out there, and I feel like when I was on keto, I had more bullies than I did on any other plan that I had. I had a lot of wonderful people too, but you get some bullies out there. So anyway, I did get on the scale today. I plan on just spot checking, maybe once a week, every 10 days, just whatever feels right to me. I don't want to obsess over the scale. I don't want to have a set right this moment. Now, I may change later on as I am really getting into the plan and really just feeling good about it. I may go back to like my certain day a week of weighing in, but at this point I'm just going to do it on the days that just feels right. And today actually was the first day I ever thought about the scale. I was grabbing my shoes out of the closet where my scale is, and I thought, let's get on the scale. It's been 10 days. Today's day 11. I've completed 10 days. So let's get on the scale. And y'all, I am down 6 pounds. So obviously right now, and always at the beginning of something, of a new plan, you know, sometimes you have that really good like weight loss. But usually that's when you have done nothing for months and weeks, and then you suddenly, or like you've kind of gone off the rails and you have been doing, you know, not doing great with your eating, and so then all of a sudden you go back to eating and then you lose kind of that water weight. For me, I know it's not that, because you guys know I have not like stopped trying to do something. You know, I was counting the calories and counting the Weight Watcher points and doing all that for months, which is what brought me to this point to where I'm like, okay, perimenopause is kicking my butt. I am not losing weight. What is going on? And that's when back in March when I started this whole process of doing all these tests to find out if I was insulin resistant. And so now that we got to this point and I have been 10 days of very consistent low carb, eating my protein, adding in those healthy fats, I've lost 6 pounds. So I feel like it's 6 actual pounds, not like 6 pounds of water weight. I am going to say that. Some people may not agree, but that's how I kind of feel like it is, because I haven't been just sitting there every single day for the last 8 months, 6 months, eating whatever I want. So I feel like this is a really good representation of 10 days of hard work. So I'm just going to put it out there. One thing I do need to work on is drink water. I have been terrible at drinking water. And that was one thing that she talked about, was especially when you are lowering your carbs, it is very important to drink water and to make sure you're replenishing, you know, what you may be losing. And I have not been doing well. I honestly, y'all, like, to be completely transparent, I have a 40-ounce cup at work that I keep at work, and I will maybe drink half of that. And then at home, I have a 30-ounce cup, plus you see what I drink in the morning with my different supplements, but I have the 30-ounce cup, and I will maybe finish one of those 30 ounces, and then I'll fill it up, and I won't even touch it. I'll put it in the refrigerator before I go to bed. So I am maybe drinking 50 ounces of water a day. Like, it's not even the minimum of what you should be drinking. So that is going to be my focus of these next 10 days, is to really focus on getting that water in. I mean, I do drink a lot of tea, which some people count as water, but I do want to try to drink just pure water and really focus on that. So it's going to become my focus in the next 10 days. I feel like I'm really grasping the low carb, and really handling it very well. So now water is going to be my next thing. But we have to head out to work, so I will see you guys at lunchtime. For lunch today, I'm going to pack up some of the zucchini Mexican dish. I used ground turkey for this, and then it has zucchini. But if you want to see how I made this, check out my meal prep video that went up on Tuesday. It is really good. It smells amazing. I did want to touch base on one thing, speaking of my meal prep video. So for those of you that are still on Weight Watchers or still counting Weight Watcher points, which I do because I get it free through my work. So I do go in there and I do it mainly when I am filming is when I do it. However, I just wanted to let you guys know with the new Weight Watcher changes, which there are a couple people who have videos out there on all the changes. Since I'm not exclusively following Weight Watchers, I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to the changes, which I think I will go watch some of those videos. But from the things that I did find out, there's a lot of changes with foods, with like there's more 0 point foods have been added. I don't know, I wouldn't say there's a lot of 0 point foods added, but there's a few categories have added, which has added on multiple different foods. And because of that, and the app just updated on Tuesday. So if you guys are wondering why yours is not showing anything different, you need to go update it. Mine, for some reason, with this particular app, some apps, when you open them up, it'll say update required. With my Weight Watchers app, it does not do that. So you actually have to go into your app store. So whether you have iPhone or Android, go into your app store and then update it. And then go back in and the changes will be in there. So one of the things that, as mine had not changed, but one of the things that's changed are lean meats. So my understanding, and I only discovered this last night when I was going in and tracking some stuff in Weight Watchers, and my low carb chili, which I believe was 5 points. I'd have to go back and look on my video. I may be able to go back in my app and look. I don't think it changes your past stuff. So, I had the low carb chili last night for dinner, and I believe it was 5 points, and it's 1 point now because the stew meat that I used was a lean cut, and I used 93% lean ground beef, which I'm thinking now 93% lean ground beef must be 0 points now. I don't know. I don't know what made it 1 point. I'll have to go in there and look and see what part of it made it 1 point instead of 5. So something in it made it 1 point. Maybe it was the stew meat that made it 1 point, and then the ground beef is 0 points now. So my understanding, which don't quote me until I go in and actually do some investigating, but from what I am understanding, that ground beef 96% lean for sure is 0 points. And I'm thinking the 93% lean is also 0 points. Ground turkey, the 93% lean is now 0 points. And ground chicken, the 96 and 93%, I believe, are all 0 points. So, and I think I had heard something about 90% lean, which I don't think I've ever seen 90% lean of anything. Like I see 85, I see 93, 96, 99, but I don't recall ever seeing 90. Maybe it's out there. I don't know. But those are all 0 points now. So it recalculated my, all my calculations on my recipe. So this zucchini and beef, then I'm thinking this is 0 points now. Where before, because I used the 93% lean ground turkey, I believe this was 3 or 4 points. And now it should be 0 when I go in and track it. Let me check. Okay, it is 0. And now the low carb chili is 0. Last night it was 1 point. I did not change anything on it. Last night it was 1 point. Today it's 0. So they must have still been doing changes in the app. I don't know. So this is 0 points. A lot of people may have opinions on that. I think as long as something I've always practiced with 0 point foods is I've still always had a serving of it. I have never just thought, okay, you know, bananas are 0 points, so I'm just going to eat a whole bunch of bananas, literally a bunch of bananas. Or, you know, 99% lean ground turkey was 0 points, so I would just go eat the entire 16-ounce package of ground turkey, you know, or something like that. I would still, you know, weigh it out, measure it out, you know, and not, I just wasn't just like I went all full, you know, these are 0, so I'm just going to eat them all. I've always kind of made sure I would paid attention to portion size. So I think as long as you do that, despite the fact that now these things are 0 and some people may not agree with that, I do wish like things like avocado had been added, because they added potatoes as 0 points. They added oats as 0 points, but things like avocado, which are a healthy fat. So I still feel like that Weight Watchers is not recognizing healthy fats. And I do I'll see comments sometimes on recipes or on people's, you know, YouTube videos. I don't recall people ever really making the comment on mine, but I will see people comment and they will talk about how many points or how much fat is in avocado or avocado oil or things like that. And I'm thinking that's like the good fat. That's the kind of fat that you want to be eating, because it's that mono unsaturated fat. That's the good fat. And so it's just interesting, I think, that it doesn't help that things like Weight Watchers are not encouraging you to eat those kind of things. I mean, honestly, I know me personally did not get to the point that I am in my life by eating massive amounts of avocado or eating massive amounts of, you know, fruits and vegetables and oats and whole grains and things like that, you know, and lean proteins. You know, you get it from eating a lot of the processed food or just eating out too much and too much fast food and just having unhealthy habits, not really sticking to portion sizes. And for me, I think that's key for me. But anyway, so there are some changes. So just note that if you, and I think I'm going to go put a little note in the description box of my meal prep video, which I guess or maybe I will even
put something in the title just because it's so fresh. I literally posted to the same day as the changes. I honestly, like, I knew, I had heard that the changes were happening on Tuesday, but I didn't connect it, or I would have totally just made a note in the actual video and just said, you know, this and, but you can't go back and put notes. You used to be able to. On YouTube, you could do annotations on videos after they are posted, but you can't do that anymore. Not that I know of anyways. That option seems to be gone. For dinner tonight, I'm having some of the low-carb chili that I meal prepped, and the stats, of course, will be different, as we mentioned, than I showed on my previous video, but I topped it with some sharp cheddar cheese and some avocado, and I'll tell you what, you guys, this chili is so good the next day. And here are my totals, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.